Yes, sir.
You are the chartered accountant. Oh, good, good, good.
Yes,
Then
yes,
for you, these questions will not be a problem. You can answer me very easily. Do you know
yes, sir.
what is LEI? What is that?
No, sir. First
You
time
don't
सुन रहा हूँ
you
मैं.
don't know. It's a
No, sir.
20 character alphanumeric identifier used to identify parties to financial transactions in all countries. Please note down LEI.
Okay, sir.
This is question number 62 in the banking book given to you.
Okay.
Now, do you know what is meant expansion of SMA in regard to banking, say NPAs? What is that? SMA expansion is special mention accounts. Special mention accounts are those that show signs of poor asset quality within the first 90 days of their existence or prior to being labeled as NPA. See, in the case of banks, if interest installments are being paid properly, it is called as standard assets. But in a loan
Yes,
account, if the interest is not paid or installment is not paid from 1 to 30 days, it is known as SMA 0. 31 to 60 days, it is called SMA 01. 61 to 90 days, it is called SMA 02.
sir.
From 90 days, it will be classified as NPA or substandard
Serviced.
asset.
Assist.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what is an escrow account?
Yes,
An,
sir.
an,
पढ़ा हुआ
es-
पर
an
रिकॉल
escrow
नहीं कर पा रहा
account,
हूँ सर.
escrow account is a third party account where money is held before it is transferred to the ultimate party. Okay,
Okay, sir.
yeah, 1 minute. I will show you that and speak. That will be better. Otherwise, you can't follow. Yeah. Now, question number 64. What is, see, actually, this is a good book, but only thing is, lot of questions are there. You must be in a position to remember about all of them. So, actually, first thing is, what is a bank? This we have discussed many times. What are the various services offered by banks? So these are the services normally savings account, money market account, certificate of deposit. But of course, in India, the famous accounts are, say, deposit accounts. That is demand deposit accounts, savings bank current account, then term deposit account, fixed deposit and recurring deposit, then demat account, which is used for purchase and sale of shares. Apart from
Securities.
that, banks also give home loans, auto loans, personal loans, credit cards, debit cards, etc. Okay. What are the assets of the bank? Assets of the bank is what the cash the bank is holding, the securities bank is holding, the loans they have given to other parties, and any real estate they have purchased, or any vehicles assets they have purchased. What are liabilities? Deposits or liabilities of the bank, and other borrowings also liability of the bank. Capital is also a liability of the bank because bank is considered as a separate identity. Shareholders are considered as separate identity, which is the central bank of our country, RBI. Governor is Sanjay Malhotra. The main functions of RBI is bankers to government, supervisor of financial system, foreign exchange, bankers to bank, issuer of currency, and monetary policy controlling authority. What are the subsidiaries of RBI? DICGC, Deposit Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation. Chairman's name is Mr. M.D. Pathro, one of the deputy governors of RBI. This organization is giving guarantee of scheduled commercial bank deposits per depositor, rupees 5 lakhs. In the event of bank going on liquidation, the depositor will get up to rupees 5 lakhs per individual. And the first name given in the deposit is the name to identify. Supposing Mr. A and Mrs. A are there, if they have some deposit in the name of A and Mrs. A, that will be having coverage of 5 lakhs. Similarly, if they have Mrs. A and Mr. A, again for that another 5 lakhs guarantee cover will be given. For this, commission at the rate of 12 paise per rupees 100 is paid by the individual banks. Next subsidiary is Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudran Private Limited. Then Reserve Bank Information Technology Private Limited. Then Indian Financial Technology Allied Services. Then Reserve Bank Innovation Hub. You have to mug it up. Regarding repo rate and all, we have discussed yesterday. I have told you many times. CRR, SLR, this also we have discussed. Who is eligible for savings accounts? Resident individuals, Hindu undivided family, foreign nationals residing in India, and minors above 10 years can open an account in their own name. This is told because a company cannot open savings bank account. Then what is a nomination facility? Whenever we open an account, we can give the name of a relative of, we can give the name of another person to whom the money has to be paid in the event of death of the depositor. So the nominee is the name given. Then what is the role of banking ombudsman? The government of India established banking ombudsman where customers who are unhappy with the services, they can lodge complaints. See, normally how it happens, whenever you have an issue, you have to give a letter to your bank for redressal of your grievance. And after 30 days also, if it is not solved, then you can raise a complaint with the banking ombudsman. Nowadays, everything is done through online complaint system. The office is in Chandigarh, and once the complaint is received there, it will be forwarded to the concerned bank. And after getting their reply, ombudsman will give its decision. And if a person has got some grievance, the banking ombudsman can give damages up to rupees 20 lakhs. And for mental agony, rupees 1 lakh. Next, what is KYC? Know your customer. Valid documents, PAN card, Aadhaar card, passport, driving license, then say voter's identity card, then Mandrega card. These are the documents that are given to for that is identification. But PAN card alone cannot help opening account because it doesn't have address proof. If you use Aadhaar card, it can be used for address proof and also identity proof. Then what are the different types of banking? Branch banking, but not this much detail is not required. Simply remember branch banking then retail banking, wholesale banking, universal banking. Universal banking means IDBI Bank, Federal Bank, Karnataka Bank, all these are universal banks. A universal bank is one which will do not only collection of deposits and making advances, but they will do other functions like bank assurance, mutual fund, wealth management advisory services, then also foreign exchange transactions, government transactions, and all. So, a universal bank is one which does all the transactions. Then, virtual banking, it is like our dealing in computer or cell phone like this. So, some of these things you can get to know. Now, here about ATMs, what are the different ATMs that are there? Famous ones, white label ATM, on site or off site ATM, brown label ATM. So, you must know about this. Then, this is another question. What is priority sector lending? This is, see, some of the sectors like agriculture, education, housing, export, then renewable energy, infrastructure, then MSME and small loans. They were not giving sufficient attention from banks. They were not getting sufficient facilities. So RBI introduced this concept whereby it is made compulsory that commercial banks should make 40% of their total advances to priority sector. In the case of small finance banks and regional rural banks, they will have to give 75% of their advances to priority sector. Negotiable instruments or promissory notes, bills of exchange, and checks. What are the different types of checks that are there? Order check, a check payable to a particular person or his order. Bearer check, a check payable to a person whosoever brings the check. When you make a check, you might have seen on the checks, pay Rama or bearer. If it is there, the bank can make payment of the money to any person, Rama or bearer. But when you strike that bearer, the money can be paid to Rama or his order only. He has to endorse it to somebody else whose identity we have to verify and then make payment. Bearer check, I have already told you. Blank check is a check signed without filling the details. Stale check is a check which is the date is more than 3 months old. For example, today, 2nd January 2025, a check dated 1st October 2024 is a stale check now. It is actually valid for a period of 3 months only. And in fact, I think 2nd October 2nd October can be paid today. But normally, we should not retain a check till last date like this. Then mutilated check means check which is torn. Post-dated check means today I am issuing a check dated 3rd January 2025 or any date after this. That is known as post-dated check. Open check means a check which is not crossed. On the face of the check, if you put two parallel transverse lines, it is known as crossed check. In the absence of that, it is known as open check. Then what is the difference between check and demand draft? A check is issued by a customer on his bank. A demand draft is issued by a bank on another branch of the bank for the monies remitted by the purchaser of the demand draft. And towards that, the bank will be collecting commission. But nowadays, bank drafts are very less. because people are able to make payment through apps like GPay, PhonePay, and all that. Then, in both cases, it is valid for a period of 3 months. A check is signed by a customer, a DD is signed by a bank's officer. A DD is always issued Mr. X or order, whereas a check can be issued X or bearer or X or order. Then a check can be returned unpaid for want of payment, whereas a DD will not be returned for want of money. Expand CTS, check truncation system. See, this system has come earlier. Checks were sent to the bank for collection. Nowadays, from 2010 or even before that, the system of CTS has been introduced in that the image of the check, front side and back side, is taken and sent to the paying bank, the bank on which the check is drawn. Nowadays, checks are not sent to the paying bank. So this system is known as CTS. What is NPA? I think I have already explained about it. A loan account where the repayment has not come for 90 days and above is considered as NPA. Then what is PCA prompt? This question will not come because outdated. Then what are neo banks? Give an example. When compared to traditional banks, Indian neo banks, which operate online and have no physical branches, they provide, say, demand services like deposits and all. Example, Frio, Fee Money, Jupiter. These are known as what? Neo banks. Whereas we have a Paytm and other 6 payment banks, totally 6 payment banks, like Airtel Payment Bank, then Geo Payment Bank, like that. What are the names of 6 payment banks, Mr. Satyendra?
Sir,
Satya,
only two, three.
names of payment banks in India. This is a question they will ask. Airtel Payment Bank, Fino Payment Bank, Geo Payment Bank, Paytm Payment Bank,
ATM payment.
NSDL Payment Bank, then India Post Payment Bank. Okay. See, these
Okay,
are
sir.
all famous. Airtel Payment Bank, Geo Payment Bank is famous. Paytm Payment Bank also famous. But this one, Fino Payment Bank, then NSDL Payment Bank,
Next
and the
day.
next one, India Post Payment Bank, is also famous. Okay, good.
Okay,
Are you
sir.
seeing the book now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Now, what are the types of risks in banking? Mr. Satyendra, why don't you read this? Satyendra
Sir,
Yadav, can
time
you
went
read?
back.
Huh? It's not coming?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can read, sir.
Please
What
read.
are the types of risk in banking? Financial risk, market risk, credit risk, interest rate risk, liquidity risk, operational risk, capital risk,
Foreign
foreign
exchange,
exchange risk, systematic risk,
reputational.
reputational risk.
You are going for EXIM Bank. For you, they will ask details of what is credit risk, what is capital risk, what is financial risk and all. But whereas for clerical and PO interview, if it is sufficient, they know the names of the risks. You please prepare about each and every risk, Mr. Satyendra, afterwards. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Satyendra, or I will
Okay.
ask Adira to read this. Adira, please read question number 28.
Sir, what is financial inclusion? Financial inclusion refers to the availability to both individual and business of useful and cost-effective financial goods and services, including payments, transactions, savings, credit, and insurance that are provided in a sustainable and ethical manner.
I think we have discussed this yesterday also. Now go to this 29.
What are the type of mudra loans and which organizations own on the subsidiary is mudra? Mudra has been initially formed as a wholly owned subsidiary of Small Industries Development Bank of India, with 100% capital being contributed by it.
Actually,
The types of mudra,
now there is no Mudra Bank. That bank has been dissolved. Now you know only about these three types of loans. Please read.
Shishu, loan sanctioned under the PMM MY scheme up to 50,000 rupees.
Sure.
Shishu, loan sanctioned under PMMY scheme from 50,000 and one up to 5 lakh. Tarun, loan sanctions under PMMY 15 rupees 5 lakhs and one up to 10 lakhs.
Now one more loan has come. Tarun Plus.
Yes, Tarun Plus
Up to 20
up
lakhs
to 20
for
lakhs.
people who have availed Tarun and adjusted the loan. For them, it can be given up to 20 lakhs. Continue.
What are money market instruments and their examples? Using a money market instrument, banks, companies, and the government can meet significant short-term capital needs at a reasonable cost. Examples of money market instruments: bankers acceptance,
No, 1 minute.
treasury bill,
Mm. Repurchase
uh,
agreement.
repurchase agreement, certificates of deposit, commercial purpose.
Good. Continue.
What is CASA ratio? The CASA ratio indicates how much of bank's total deposits are in both current and saving accounts.
Mm. Continue.
What is an inactive or dormant account? If
Mm.
the customer has a current or saving bank account and has not done any transaction through it for more than 12 months, then it will be classified as an inactive account. And if you don't have any transaction from a bank account for 24 months, then it will be classified as a dormant account. What is
Correct.
demat account?
Continue.
Uh, demat stands for dematerialized accounts. These accounts are used to transact share in electronic format. What is
Good.
FDI?
Mm.
An investment made by a firm or an individual in one country into commercial interest situated in another country is known as foreign direct investment. What is
Good.
FPI?
Mm. Mm. Read.
Securities and other assets passively held by foreign investors and known as foreign portfolio investment, which enables people to invest overseas.
1 minute. Why
What?
nobody?
Okay.
1 minute. Why nobody is coming for the class? Huh? Anyhow, let me tell them that class is going on. 1 minute. What is Federal Reserve? Federal Karnataka. Yeah. 1 minute. Hold on. This is federal. We can study for another half an hour. That's why I'm calling. Satyender, you will stay with me. Satyender, are
Yes,
you
sir.
able to? You will stay for another half an hour, na?
Yes, sir.
Very good. I appreciate you. You are working in a bank working in a company. In spite of it, after return, you are coming and attending. I really appreciate you. Good. I think she
Thank
is
you, sir.
reading it. She is reading it. But whatever I am reading now, they are all simple things for you. But for you, after this class is over for about 20 minutes, I will spend some 10 minutes with you. to tell you about what you can read from the materials given by me. Okay, Satyendra.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now, Adira, which question you are reading? Question number?
36 next.
Please read 36. So,
Sir, allow me, sir.
Adira, you are a
Sir,
very suitable girl. Only thing problem for you is fear, fear, fear. You are going to be selected. Believe that. So go as a confident person, Adira.
okay, sir.
Tell me confidently. Yes, sir. I will go with
Yes,
confidence.
sir.
Tell
I
me.
will go with I will go
Sollu.
with confidence, sir.
Very good. That is what is more important. And you should go with a smile. As now I
Okay,
can
sir.
see your smile in the way you are speaking. This is
Uh,
what you should do. Understand?
okay, sir.
Good. I am interested in you because you are a poor girl who came to me for Indian Bank. You could not succeed there. I mean, result has not come, but result is known. It won't be you won't be selected. Then
Yes, I know the result because of this. I
Tamil
know.
language. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So now this one, you must get selected. Please read 36. What is collateral?
What is collateral? An asset or piece of property offered by a borrower to a lender as collateral for a loan is known as collateral.
Hmm. Continue. Um,
What is
Adira.
reverse? What is
Reverse.
reverse mortgage loan?
Hmm.
Mortgage loan. A senior citizen or someone over the age of 60 can use a reverse mortgage loan to receive regular payments from a lender against the mortgage on their home while continuing to live there and be the owner.
1 minute. 1 minute.